guys, it's Michelle, your practical priestess here at Divinely Genuine. So glad to be here with you guys. It's been a little bit. This is for Aries Ascendant. I'm doing the tarot cards based on the Ascendant. If you're an Aries Sun or Moon, this is not for you. What you'll need to do is Google your natal birth chart. You need your birthday, place of birth, and birth time to acquire your ascendant sign, okay? If you go to astro.com, you can get your natal birth chart there. You'll enter those details and a wheel will come up similar to this. And this middle line is the ascendant and descendant, where the sun was rising and setting at the time of your birth. The ascendant is marked by AC, okay? It also rules this first triangle on the bottom side, or the first house. And you'll see the zodiac symbol there, that's your AC or ascendant, okay? There's also at the bottom a like a key on a map or something, and it'll list the ascendant or AC. I think it says AC, and it'll actually have the words Virgo, Scorpio, Taurus, whatever you are, okay? So if you have your birth time, date of birth, and place of birth, leave those in the comments below and I will get you your ascendant for you. Okay, with that being said, Aries Ascendants, the lunar eclipse happening on the 27th is affecting you in, it's happening in Aquarius. It's at 4 degrees. 4 degrees Aquarius. So if you have any planets in your natal birth chart at 4 degrees, then you're going to be affected even more so by this. When a planet is conjunct something, it's within, I believe, 5 degrees of that. So, and I believe some astrologers have said within 10 degrees, you'll be affected even more so, okay, by this eclipse. Anywho, it's happening in Aquarius. For you Aries Ascendants, Aquarius falls in your 11th house of groups, friends. Aquarius rules technology, so this can also be social groups that you're a part of online. Lunar eclipses we're going to feel as we feel what's happening with the moon. It affects our mind, which then affects our emotions, okay? Eclipses are taking something away. You will also have something being brought in on the next solar eclipse. Generally, they're working together. The divine is basically shaking things up and putting things in a more faded way. Okay, so with that being said, I have communed with Spirit. I don't know if you guys can see the sage burning, but it is still burning. And I'm ready to cut the decks for you. The decks I'm using are the tarot. Artist is Colin Howard. Bridget Reed is the author. Doreen Virtue's Healing Fairy cards are also assisting us. And let's do it, Aries Ascendant. You're already seeing these eclipse energies taking place. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's get on into it. We're starting with the 8 of Wands. Okay. Let's see. What am I doing? The suit of Wands stands for creative integrity, security, positive relationships, and inner development. Okay? So the 8 of Wands, this card will often represent the type of cathartic discussion which ends confusion. The Eight of Wands always brings a new surge of energy and freshness when it appears. Yay! That's very Aquarian, Aries-like. New energy, rushing in, fresh-like. It often signals entry into a new phase or project, one which stands a good chance of success. Amen. Hell yeah. That's beautiful. And as we know, these eclipses are definitely bringing new things. Beautiful. Oh, I didn't pull the fairy card. We've got a reverse card, the Chariot. The Chariot. Let's see. It's a major arcana card suggesting change. All right, so reverse this card. The reverse of the Chariot cards means failure, collapse of plans, and vanity. Okay. So we've got new, fresh beginnings, and then we've got a collapse of plans and failure. Also vanity. Okay. And then we're ending with the Four of Cups. I'd like to read this to you guys. The major arcana called Trumps corresponds to things that lie deep in our psyche. The cards form a sequence of 21 numbered cards plus one card called the Fool. If a card is laid with the image upside down from the viewpoint of the person reading the card, it is considered reversed. Right. That's interesting, though, that it corresponds to what lies deep in our psyche. I did not know that. I find that each deck, you know, they come with books and they all say a little bit of a different thing. Not as far as the meaning, well, they do, but also they're generally about the same meaning, but also, you know, just little things on the reversed and stuff like that. Anywho. So you can also think of the reversed as blocks, right? And that's, you know, stuff that comes from our subconscious, shadows. Four of Cups is what I'm looking for. The Suit of Cups symbolizes romance, friendship, creativity, and sociability. We've got this upright, beautiful. Four of Cups, this card can represent a positive period, okay, of self-reflection and renewal. By taking the time to go within to dream, muse, and reflect, you restore your emotional balance. The Four of Cups also represents kindness from other people. Awesome. I was going to say this card, I believe, brings some balance, being that 4 is a balanced number. Okay, so we've got some new things happening, new fresh plans, fresh ideas, new beginnings with the Eight of Wands, which is great. New beginnings, there's a freshness to it. Something alters things in the eclipse, right? Something is altered. Plans don't go the way we think. And with the Chariot reverse, definitely something comes up that changes things up, probably in the area of the groups we're spending time with, possibly online, as that's how you're affected in this lunar eclipse, like I've already mentioned. However, things become restored and balanced, which we see here with the Four of Cups, okay? So, like I like to remind you guys of, yes, there is fate. Yes, the astrology and tarot are tools we can use to get insight from the divine and should not be taken lightly as a joke or anything like that. But there is also this dynamic to our universe which works amongst our energy. And we need to use all of our tools, right? So the law of attraction needs to be played after using tarot or as you use tarot and astrology as well. And I'm saying that to remind you to, no matter what the reading says, don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. You have fresh new beginnings, a trial of plans falling through so that you can be restored and brought into a greater balance, okay? And so what you want to keep in your mind is the positive of, wow, new fresh beginnings, and something will realign me to a restored, more balanced state. And what's great is everything's happening for our highest good. We serve a creator. A creator has created all of this beauty that we get to enjoy, all for our greatest evolution. So even the pain is meant for our best outcome, which is so great, right? We're going to move on to our fairy card, and it's reversed. So what it means in the fairy, these healing fairy cards, is there's a block, okay? It's the card sexuality. There's a bit of a block right now, and that's okay, right? Something is transpiring. So you just may need to, it doesn't mean do not have sex. By all means, it's healing, you know. What it's saying is that you have a block, so you need to try a little harder. You may need to, you know, that's just it. Try a little harder to get into that mood and that mode, okay? So, card meaning, your sexual self needs some attention. By drawing this card, you are urged to be honest with yourself about your sexuality and to take appropriate steps. Sexuality is an important part of life, not just to our physical self, but also to our emotional and spiritual selves. The fairy realm understands the unique joy that comes from sexual experiences. They know about the divine light that is created when you merge with a beloved partner. They understand the release that sexuality brings about. By drawing this card, you are being guided to heal any sexual issues that may have arisen from negative experiences. If you were ever sexually abused, this card may signal a call for help from your inner self. You may be directed to seek professional counseling or a support group to overcome negative sexual or body image issues, or to heal a sexually unsatisfying relationship. The fairies will guide you to the appropriate resources so that you can be truly free to experience the dynamic aspects of your sexuality. My sexual self is attractive. This is your affirmation. My sexual self is attractive, healthy, and able to experience great pleasure. Okay? And because it's reversed, there's even more of a block. So there's even more of a need to heal in this way at this time. All right? So these fresh new plans, this fresh new beginnings, and these plans that don't go through bring you to a state of balance, and then you're going to heal in this way, right? So that you can enjoy those pleasures. And I wanted to mention, I was going to mention before I even drew this card, I've started a mentorship group, and it's for ladies only, and it's for light workers, light beings. So if you consider yourself a light worker and you're looking for a group of just women to empower yourselves and to add to the community. It's going to be both in the physical, but also I'm going to create something online as well, since a lot of us light workers are being connected just online and y'all aren't all in Houston with me. So please be looking for that. It'll show up on my Facebook page and on my website, divinelygenuine.com. All right, Aries Ascendants, I love you guys. I wish you the best lunar eclipse. Remember to practice the law of attraction. Refer back to this reading for the lunar eclipse at any point you need to. These energies are good for 6 months out. All right, until then, peace, love, and light, guys. Bye.